For years, the photography and filmmaking worlds have followed a predictable rhythm. A major brand announces a development, the internet discusses it, and eventually, the product hits the shelves. But every so often, a camera emerges that breaks this cycle entirely. It begins to dominate conversations, spark intense debates, and shape the expectations of creators long before an official announcement ever takes place. Today, that exact phenomenon is happening with the rumored Canon EOS R4. Without a single formal statement, press release, or official teaser from Canon, this specific camera body has captured the imagination of professionals, independent creators, and gear enthusiasts around the globe. The discussion surrounding this potential camera is not just idle internet gossip. It is spreading rapidly across forums, industry blogs, and video platforms, fueled by a steady stream of leaked specifications, recent patent filings, and highly credible insider insights. When you analyze the sheer volume of attention this unannounced model is receiving, it becomes clear that the Canon EOS R4 is not just another routine addition to a product catalog. Instead, it represents a camera that could play a pivotal role in Canon's long-term future strategy, reshaping how the brand competes in an increasingly aggressive mirrorless market. To truly understand why the Canon EOS R4 has become such a massive topic of discussion, it helps to take a step back and look closely at Canon's current mirrorless lineup. Over the past several years, Canon has carefully and systematically developed a diverse range of bodies, each designed to serve a very specific audience with distinct needs. The journey began with the original EOS R, which introduced the revolutionary RF mount system to the world and laid the foundation for everything to follow. Soon after, the compact EOS RP made the jump to full-frame photography far more accessible and affordable for hobbyists and everyday creators. As the system matured, the EOS R6 arrived to become a reliable, fast, and highly trusted hybrid workhorse for wedding and event photographers who needed solid performance without extreme resolution. On the high end, the EOS R5 pushed the boundaries of what was possible, offering massive resolution and groundbreaking video features for commercial shooters and landscape photographers. Finally, the EOS R3 focused heavily on raw speed, ultra-low latency, and rugged durability, catering directly to professional sports and wildlife photojournalists working in harsh conditions. Despite this incredibly well-structured and successful lineup, one glaring detail has always stood out to sharp-eyed observers. One specific number has always been missing from the sequence: the number 4. This sudden, empty slot in the naming convention has sparked years of intense speculation across the industry. Many historians of the brand and industry analysts believe that Canon intentionally held back this specific model number, saving it for something uniquely advanced, highly disruptive, or strategically important to the brand's legacy. Now, as the rumors and leaks intensify to an all-time high, the Canon EOS R4 is increasingly being described by insiders as the absolute missing piece that completes Canon's mirrorless puzzle. Rather than simply replacing an existing model or offering a minor incremental upgrade to an older body, this camera is expected to occupy a brand new space in the hierarchy. It is widely anticipated to sit squarely between the high-resolution EOS R5 and the high-speed EOS R3, effectively combining the distinct strengths of both legendary systems into a far more balanced, versatile, and unified camera body. To appreciate what this means for the everyday shooter, you have to look at the current divide in camera technology. The EOS R5 is universally known for its incredible high-resolution output, capturing immense detail that allows for massive prints and heavy cropping. However, it can sometimes struggle with heavy thermal demands or maximum burst speeds over extended periods. On the other side, the EOS R3 is built entirely for speed, instant readout, and absolute reliability in fast-paced environments, but it sacrifices total pixel count to achieve that performance. According to current industry speculation, the Canon EOS R4 could bring these two completely different worlds together for the very first time. It promises to offer creators both exceptional, fine-grained detail and blistering elite-tier shooting speeds within a single highly durable body. This hybrid approach would mean that a creator would no longer have to choose between buying a camera for detail or a camera for speed. They could have the ultimate tool for both. At the absolute center of this massive expectation is the rumored sensor of the Canon EOS R4. Insiders believe that the camera will feature a newly developed, state-of-the-art full-frame sensor with a resolution ranging anywhere between 45 and 60 megapixels. A resolution of this magnitude would place the camera perfectly in that sweet spot between the R5 and the R3. It would offer more than enough pixels for high-end commercial print work, fashion photography, and detailed architectural shooting, while still keeping file sizes manageable enough for rapid, high-volume processing workflows. However, The real technological innovation that has the industry talking does not just come from the raw megapixel count. The true magic lies within the architecture of the sensor technology itself. The latest reports and leaks strongly suggest that the Canon EOS R4 could utilize a stacked, backside illuminated sensor design. This architecture is a massive leap forward from traditional sensor manufacturing. By stacking the camera's circuitry directly underneath the light-sensitive pixels, the sensor can process and move data at speeds that were previously considered impossible. This advanced design allows for an incredibly fast data readout, significantly improved dynamic range in high-contrast scenes, and vastly superior low-light performance with minimal digital noise. This powerful combination would enable the camera to deliver breathtaking gallery-quality images, while easily maintaining the extreme processing speeds required for the most demanding shooting situations. For professionals working in highly controlled environments like a commercial studio, a high-fashion set, or a meticulous product shoot, this advanced sensor design could provide a significant competitive advantage. The ability to capture incredibly fine textures, subtle skin tones, and microscopic details while maintaining consistent, predictable performance in low-light environments would elevate the overall standard of commercial work. At the exact same time, the ultra-fast readout speeds inherently associated with stacked sensor technology would directly benefit sports, action, and wildlife photographers. One of the biggest challenges when shooting fast-moving subjects with an electronic shutter is the rolling shutter effect, which causes straight lines to bend and fast objects to appear distorted. Because a stacked sensor reads the entire frame almost instantaneously, it drastically reduces rolling shutter distortion. This means a sports photographer can capture a swinging golf club or a tennis ball at high speeds with perfect geometric accuracy, all while benefiting from advanced subject tracking that stays glued to the target. This dual capability perfectly highlights the incredible versatility that the Canon EOS R4 is expected to bring to the modern imaging market. Section 2. Processing Power, Video, and Advanced Workflow. Beyond the groundbreaking sensor design, processing power is another critical area where the Canon EOS R4 is highly likely to excel and set new industry standards. Rumors flowing from manufacturing pipelines suggest that the camera could feature dual Digic X image processors working in perfect tandem, or possibly even a completely new, next-generation processing engine designed from scratch. Operating with this level of sheer computational power would allow the camera to handle complex tasks simultaneously without skipping a beat. It would enable lightning-fast image processing times, drastically reduce camera startup lag, and allow for a much more responsive user interface. More importantly, this processing muscle is what drives the camera's advanced artificial intelligence and autofocus algorithms. It allows the system to recognize, track, and predict the movement of subjects, whether they are humans, animals, or fast-moving vehicles, with unprecedented accuracy and speed. Furthermore, this level of processing power is absolutely essential for managing the massive influx of data generated by high-resolution burst shooting and complex video files. For a professional photographer firing off dozens of raw files in a matter of seconds, or a videographer shooting in data-heavy formats, a processor bottleneck can ruin a shoot. The R4 aims to eliminate that frustration entirely, ensuring a smooth, uninterrupted creative workflow. This brings us directly to the video capabilities of the Canon EOS R4, which are expected to be a major highlight and a massive selling point for modern multimedia creators. According to recent technical leaks, this camera could support internal 8K RAW recording at up to 60 frames per second. This means filmmakers would be able to capture incredibly sharp, high-resolution footage with complete color grading flexibility, right to the internal memory cards. In addition to 8K capture, the camera is rumored to offer 4K recording at an impressive 120 frames per second in full 10-bit color. This feature is a dream come true for cinematographers, enabling them to capture ultra-high-definition footage and transform it into buttery smooth cinematic slow-motion clips without losing any detail or color depth. Additionally, there are very strong indications that Canon has taken feedback from previous camera generations seriously by dramatically improving thermal management in the Canon EOS R4. By redesigning the internal heat dissipation pathways and utilizing more efficient processing, Canon looks poised to address the overheating concerns that occasionally limited extended recording sessions in earlier models. This design choice makes the R4 an incredibly reliable tool for long-form documentary filmmaking, live event coverage, and demanding production environments where the camera simply cannot afford to shut down. For still photographers who live and die by timing, speed remains a critical factor, and the Canon EOS R4 is rumored to deliver mind-blowing performance in this department as well. Continuous shooting speeds of up to 30 frames per second using the electronic shutter have been widely discussed among industry insiders. This blistering speed ensures that photographers will never miss the decisive moment, whether they are capturing a slice-of-life street scene, an intense moment at the Olympic Games, or a rare bird taking flight in the wild. All of this is achieved while maintaining full autofocus tracking and exposure metering between every single shot. To complement this incredible speed, the camera's image stabilization system is also expected to push well past current boundaries. While Canon's existing in-body image stabilization systems are already highly regarded as some of the best in the industry, the R4 is expected to take this technology a step further. Rumors point to a system capable of providing up to 8.5 stops of stabilization when paired with compatible RF lenses. This advancement would make handheld shooting incredibly practical in a wide variety of challenging real-world conditions. Photographers could confidently shoot sharp images at slow shutter speeds in near darkness without a tripod, and videographers could capture smooth, stable, handheld footage even when using long telephoto lenses.